I said it before, and I'll say it again. There will be an unexpected winner of the Champions League this season. There will be. I actually believe that. I said it before in the round of 16. I said, people were saying Real Madrid, Man City, of course, because they won it the last two times. They both played each other in the last two times as well, and they both put up great matches. And they're the two best teams, not only in their countries, in the world, and Man City have the best team in the world. Real Madrid have just got that Champions League football heritage. But I actually predicted Inter Milan. But as we saw, Atleti, Don Simeone, put some respect on that geezer's name, by the way, once again had other ideas. Do you know what I mean? He's the party pooper, bruv. He puts an end to the parties. Yeah, he done it with MSN, you know what I mean, in 2016 when he done them up. Unluckily for him, you know what I mean, he was 30 seconds away from a Champions League win against Madrid in the final. Do you know what I mean? Stopping the Decima, so he almost stopped the Decima. But yeah, they had other ideas. They knocked out Inter. Great game. Penalties, you can go either way, can't it? But I did say, and I do now truly stand by my point of this year there will be an unexpected winner. And I said it will be. Like when I say unexpected winner, I mean like probably this will be someone's first ever time winning it. There's 3 teams left of the 8. I'm pretty sure they haven't won it. Arsenal, Atletico, and PSG. And obviously Dortmund, they have won it before. I don't think they've won it in this current format though. Right? I don't think Dortmund are going to win it, by the way. Just disclaimer. I think, yeah, I mean, I love Sancho. Do you know what I mean? I said he was going to score against PSV. What did he do? He scored, landed it, bruv. Shout out to Jaden, bruv. But I think Atletico Madrid are going to absolutely batter him. And here's my predictions of how the Champions League is going to go. Now, we're going to start off with the easy one. Atletico Madrid, Dortmund. I think it'll be a tricky game for Atletico away from home. I do think that. I think it could be a draw 1-1 away from home, but Atletico will take that because Don Simeone always goes to these big away grounds or these UCL away grounds and he just stinks out, tries to get a 1-1 and 0-0. He done it at Inter and it got him back in a tie. He obviously, bit of luck, Inter fumbled all their chances and out of it had a stinker, but they ended up going through with it. They lost 1-0 and I think they will, obviously, I don't think Dortmund are anywhere near Inter Milan. Inter Milan will destroy Dortmund. I think Atletico 1-1 first leg, or I don't know if the first leg's in thing. Let me just check that actually. I don't know if the first leg is in Dortmund. I can check that. No, it is in Atletico. Okay, right. Sorry, I didn't know that. I should probably look at all them before I thingy, because obviously people are going to say this doesn't matter, but it does matter. Of course it matters, the first draw, because having the home fixture on the second leg is a major advantage. Not major advantage, of course. Like, you know what I mean? If Copenhagen had a home advantage against City, they'd still lose. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a major advantage, but it's still an advantage. It's still probably a better thing to have. So the first set of fixtures are Arsenal Bayern at the Emirates, Real Madrid Man City at the Bernabeu again, first leg, which is major. I didn't know that. PSG Barca at Paris. Now, I think Dortmund 1, Atletico Madrid 1. Someone to score for Dortmund, probably first. Dortmund will probably score in the first 30 minutes. Atletico Madrid will just find their way back into the game. Find their way back in. Yeah, I would go there. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We're going to go PSG Barca first. We're going to go PSG Barca first. We got that twat of a club in PSG with some just nuisance fans, and they've got the turtle up top, who's obviously on his his a mission, as you would say, to win his boyhood club. Although he's had about 4 boyhood clubs because he seemed to love AC Milan as well and Real Madrid. Boyhood club. their Champions League. Obviously, this is his last season there. He will be going to Madrid in the summer. Do I think he will beat Barca? Yeah, I do. I think they will beat Barca. And as annoying as it is, because you're going to get all the Neymar and Messi haters are all going to hate on them too, because PSG are going to get to the semis as soon as Messi and Neymar leave. But they don't add the context, the fact that they played fucking Sociedad and Barcelona, a washed Barcelona, by the way, an awful Barcelona. This Barcelona team is rubbish. Yeah, rubbish. We beat them once last season, and we almost done them at the Camp Nou as well. They are not good. Yeah. And then compare that to the Real Madrid Bayern, but we won't talk about that, yeah? I think first leg, PSG, 3-1. I think Mbappe, brace, and I've just got a weird feeling that Dembunda, yeah, is going to score as well. I think that will be. I think Mbappe will 100% get on the score sheet. He will be pumped up, mate, like he's on steroids for this game, bruv. He'll be ready to unleash every bit of ounce of quality into this game, yeah. Just everything, bruv. Testosterone levels high, adrenaline levels high. He's gonna score 1 or 2 at least, and I think Dembooz gets on the score sheet 3-1. Probably Lewandowski gets a goal for Barca, and then they go back to the Camp Nou. It will be a tricky game. I do think the Camp Nou. I do think it will probably be a tight game. I actually think Barca will probably win in the Camp Nou. I think this will be the only one, I think, where... Well, actually, no, I don't know about that. Actually, never mind. No. I think 2-1 to Barca in the second leg. So I think overall... so I didn't say this about Atletico Dortmund. I think Atletico 3-1 over aggregate, 2-0 at home. I didn't say that, did I? I didn't talk about the home leg. My bad. Oh, I'm so bad at this. And PSG Barca, I think. What did I say? 3-1 and 2-1. I think. Well, my maths is off. That's 5. That is. My maths is so bad. 5-4 innit? Yeah, it's 5-4. Sorry. Is it? Oh, no, it's 5-3. 5-3. No, it's not. I've had a mare here. 3 plus 2 for 3 plus 1. Oh yeah, 4-4-3. Sorry. I knew it was one thing. I don't know why I said 5-4. I've had an absolute brain fart there. Fucking hell. Gee, I need to go back to school, mate. Jesus. Yeah. So I think 3-1 Atletico on aggregate and 4-3 on aggregate to PSG. And so that would leave the first set of semi-finals to Atletico Madrid versus PSG. Now, I don't know what if it's home leg or away leg for that. I don't know. I probably should check that, but I would have to find out somewhere. I'm just going to assume PSG have the home leg. Just going to assume that. Now, here's where it gets tasty. We got the left side of it. The left side of the Champions League draw. Arsenal, Asna versus Bayern. Yeah? Asna. Scary Arsenal. Intimidating Arsenal. Yeah? Versus the Bayern Munich. We got Real Madrid, the most elite football club in the world, versus 115 FC. No, don't cry. Monopoly Chester FC. Yeah. City. I'm going to start off. Do you know what I'm going to start off with the Madrid City game? So it's at the Bernabeu, the first leg, and I think this is where it gets, because I don't know, because it's the first leg's at the Bernabeu, the second leg's at the Etihad. This is where it's tricky. If it was the other way around, I would say Madrid hands down beat him, but it's not. It's at the Etihad, the second leg. So even if Madrid win, I still wouldn't be confident in Madrid to go there and not lose. At least they've lost almost every game they've played there. I think, like, I want to say, apart from 2016, which was 0-0, I think they lost with Pep. I think Pep beat Gabriel Jesus, Varane thing. They obviously lost 4-3. They lost 4-0. I mean, they've been battered every time they've gone there. They've got a poor record there. But the first leg, I'm going to stick to my guns. First leg, 3-1. No. 3-1 Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid are going to batter them in the first leg. Manchester City are not as good as they were and are. Grealish is injured. De Bruyne is washed. Haaland's not scoring at the rate he was scoring at, and he doesn't really score in these type of games. Bernardo, but I mean he was poor. He's been poor recently, hasn't he? And just in general, they've been getting good results. But City fans know that about them. It's not just about results; it's how they beat teams. And they're beating Brentford 1-0. They're beating Everton 2-0 with 2 late goals. They're beating just certain teams to like by 1 or 2 goals. And usually this is the point of the season where they just kick on and they just blast through. And I just think Jude Bellingham and Vinicius especially. Listen, I'm not Bellingham's biggest fan, but I think he's destined to score in a game like this. I mean, I'm pretty sure he did score against City when he played him against them in Dortmund, and he was actually robbed of a goal, wasn't he? At the Etihad, he was robbed of a goal. I think it was the Etihad. In the quarterfinal COVID year. So I do think Madrid will beat them 3-1 in the first leg, and in the second leg, I'm going to go 3-2 Manchester City. I think Real Madrid will go through on aggregate, but I do think they will lose at the Etihad. How that game will go, I don't know. De Bruyne will probably score. Haaland will probably score. And yeah, I think Vinicius will probably score. Bear in mind as well, by the way, what I will say about this, the last time, especially, but the last 2 times, no, the last 2 times. Remember the 4-3 game? Kyle Walker was injured, wasn't he? He was injured. That was major because Vinicius, especially for I want to say it was for the second goal, where he absolutely blitzed Fernandinho. That don't happen to Kyle Walker. But I will say one thing. Kyle Walker ain't as good as he has been. He ain't as good at the moment. He's awful. Whether it's that to do with his personal life, or it's to do with physique declining, or it has to do with his just overall declining, I don't know. But he isn't that. And Vinicius is fine in form recently. Been banging in goals left, right and centre. And I imagine he'll keep that form up at least for the next 2-3 weeks, which is when this game is in. And I think Vinicius will play a big part in this. I'm going to go Vinicius. I think he'll get at least 2 goals over the 2 legs. Probably score home and away. So I think 3-1 Madrid at the Bernabeu, 3-2 Manchester City at the Etihad, which means 5-4 on aggregate, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, right. My brain's fired under pressure with maths, but that is 5-4 on aggregate. Now, here's where it gets really tasty though. We've got the Arsenal versus Bayern Munich, yeah? First leg at the Emirates, yeah? Harold Kane, is he going to deliver? Is he going to turn up? Is he going to do his usual self and ghost in another big game? Well, he does actually have a good record against Arsenal. I think he's got the most goals ever in North London derbies. But then again, did he score last season? I think he might have actually scored last. No, he didn't score last season, did he? I don't think he did. I think. Do you know what I'm going to say it? I'm going to say it. 2-0 Arsenal at the Emirates. I think Arsenal are going to, maybe even 3. I think Arsenal are going to put them to the sword at the Emirates. It will still be open. I still think, because 2-0 is not very easy, but 2-0 is you can bring that back, 2-0 at the Emirates, which we'll get onto if they will bring it back. I think they will bring it back. But I think Arsenal, I think Davies will probably lock up Saka comfortably. I think it'll be comfortable for him. I'll be honest. I could be wrong, but I think it'll be comfortable. I think the 2 players that will be big for them will be either Trossard if he plays, or 3 players, Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus. Because Gabriel Jesus has got a good record in the Champions League. He might be a bit washed for that knee injury, keeps getting injured, but he's got a good record in the Champions League. And I think he will deliver for them. I think Odegaard will deliver for them as well. Especially with how open Bayern's defence and midfield is. Odegaard will have a field day. And he doesn't really do it in big games. He hasn't really proven it in big games, should I say. But I think he will. I think he'll have an unbelievable game. So I'm going to go 2-0 Emirates. And then I think Bayern will draw with Arsenal. And I think Arsenal are going to knock them out of the Champions League. And it's going to be Real Madrid, Arsenal in the semi-finals, and Atletico Madrid, PSG in the semi-finals. I think it'll be 1-1 in the second leg. I think Harry Kane will get his usual stat-padded goal. Oh, look at him. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's the team around him. Oh, yeah. Of course it is. He'll get his usual stat-padded goal. The problem is with Arsenal is if they do go 1-0 down the Allianz, is who will score for them? Who will drag them out? Because I will say, I don't know. I don't rely on any single Arsenal player to score in a big away game. Big away game. Like even last season when they played City at the Etihad and it was Rob Holding when they were 3-0 down to score. And he was the one they were all blaming. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I think Arsenal will beat Bayern 3-1 on aggregate. Now, into the semi-finals. We've got Real Madrid, Arsenal, and Atletico and PSG. We're going to start off with Atletico PSG. This is going to be haram-ball, bruv. This is going to be... PSG don't know what they're in for. They don't know what... Mbappe is not going to know what he's in for. He's not going to know. When he's got Savage, yeah, does he still play for him? And Jimenez, yeah, and Hermoso, yeah, when he's got to play up against them, not that they're amazing defenders, but when he's got to play up against them dogs, yeah, them dogs, he's got the dog in him, yeah, he's going to realise what Neymar had to put up with in Copa Americas and things like... Or, look, saying that, don't think Hermoso is South America, but Jimenez is. And things like that. And he's going to realise what he's up for when he plays against Atletico Madrid next season for Real Madrid. Yeah? And what Vinicius has had to put up with the kicking, with the fouling. They will do everything. They will fight. They will fight. PSG ain't got it in them to fight. They ain't got it in them. They've not got any dogs in that team. They've not got enough... They've lost all their dogs. They've lost all their leaders, pretty much. It is just the Mbappe show in a game like this. They've got some quality players, of course, but it's just the Mbappe show. And I would say, personally, I think I'm going to assume the first legs in Paris. I actually think it'll be I think it'll be 0-0, 1-0, 1-0, 0-0. 1-0 PSG or 0-0, and I would go 0-0. I think it'll be 0-0 first leg. Simeone will snap your hand off, go there, 0-0, back to the home leg. And I think in the home leg they do them. I actually think I think it'll be 2 or 3-0 in the home leg. I think Atletico will absolutely batter PSG. I don't think PSG have got it in them to go to Atletico Madrid's ground and stick it on them, which is why the first leg I don't know what leg it's going to be in, right? But why the Paris game is so important, because I can't see PSG going to Atletico and beating them away from home. That Atletico, that stadium, the fans, the heritage, yeah, the manager Don Simeone. He's done it against Enrique before, and it's not like he hasn't done it against Enrique before. He has, with better players, by the way. Enrique had better, obviously Simeone had better players as well, but you know what I mean. I can see Atletico. I'm gonna go 2-0 Atletico over the 2 legs. I don't think PSG get a goal, and if they do, it'll be an Mbappe goal. Other than that, they ain't getting a goal. So I think Atletico Madrid are in the final. Now it's the Asna versus Real Madrid, and I think Real Madrid will... Let's assume the first leg's at the Emirates. No, at the Bernabeu. So assume the first leg's at the Bernabeu. I think Arsenal will park the bus at the Bernabeu, and I think it'll be 1-0 to Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. 1-0. I think a Vinicius, a Rodrigo, someone turn up clutch. However, do I think Arsenal will turn it round at the Emirates, or this is just an imaginary because I don't actually know if it's going to be thingy? No, I don't. I think Arsenal will try and play football at the Emirates, and that's where Real Madrid always will. When Real Madrid have got space and counter, they've done it historically for years. Ronaldo, Bale, Di Maria, Ozil, Benzema, they used to just tear teams apart in the Champions League on a counter attack. That's why they were the best team in the Champions League, not because of the club and the heritage, Yeah, it was also about the style. Styles make fights, and I think on the counter attack, when Arsenal are going to be in for a shot, they might. I'm assuming they'll go there, park the bus if it's at the Bernabeu the first leg, 1-0 Real Madrid. Then they'll open up, and I think Real Madrid. I'll go 3-1, 3-1. I reckon 3-1 at the Emirates. Real Madrid 4-1 over the two legs, and it's rare, and it's an all Madrid final for the third time in a decade. There will be a Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid Champions League final. This video is getting so long, so I need to be quick. How I think that will go. It's going to be so difficult, isn't it? If Real Madrid do win it, right, this era of dominance they're about to start, because they've already started it technically, because they won a Champions League 2 years ago. If they do win it this year, that'll be 2 in 3 years. They've now got Mbappe coming. They've got this Endrick geezer coming. They've got Bellingham, Tuchemeni, Valverde, Camavinga, Kroos, who's probably going to stay for another year. Vinicius, Rodrigo. They've got a few players who've had ACL injuries that will probably take time to come back. They're getting Davies in the summer. They're probably going to get another centre back. Yeah, they've got Rudiger, Alaba, Courtois. They need a right back. That's what they do need. They do need a new right back. I do agree with that. This is going to start off another potentially another three-peat, potentially another 4 and 5 years, potentially another decade of just pure dominance from Real Madrid. But you know what the annoying thing, not the annoying thing, do you know what the scary thing is about as well? When they were dominating, luckily, the La Liga and that, Barca had, obviously Atletico Atletico finished above them twice in the league. They beat them to the league 13-14, and they finished above them in 17-18, right? But Barca had, obviously they had other great players, but they had the one, you know what I mean, the one Uno card, the one one-up card. It's like having 12 men on the pitch and Messi. I don't know the word I'm trying to find, but you get what I'm saying. And I think that stopped Real Madrid from having league dominance as well as a 4 and 5 years, as well as a three-peat. Because if they, now, all their players, they're probably going to go three-peat league and three-peat Champions. They're going to do it all, mate. They're going to do it all. They're going to piss the league. They're going to piss the league. And they're going to piss the Champions League. Which is why I don't think they're going to win. I think this time, I don't want to see Diego Simeone lose 3 Champions League finals in a row to the same club. Can you imagine? I can imagine he will pray every night to 10 times a day, yeah, that doesn't happen. That does not happen. Yeah, and look, Real Madrid, most elite club in football, unreal players. But they've lost to Atletico Madrid twice this season. They did beat them in the semis. I think they beat them 5-3 in extra time. So it's been tight games every time they played them. And they drew with them. They haven't actually beaten them in 9 minutes this season. And they played them 4 times, I'm pretty sure. I think Atletico Madrid will, I'm going to go 1-0 Atletico Madrid. 1-0 Atletico Madrid in the final. And I think Atletico Madrid will win their first Champions League. The shock, I think, the first time, obviously, as I said, I think there will be a shock team that wins the Champions League this year. I think it's Atletico Madrid. Yeah, that's my predictions for how the Champions League will go. Thanks for watching. I've waffled on for too long. This video's probably been about 10 minutes longer than it needed to be, but thank you all for watching. Cheers.